Are we having technical difficulties?
We're good.
No, we're good.
We're good. We're
All
good,
right.
folks.
No, what I was gonna say was all of a sudden I put this one. I had this like half off like I normally do, and I was like, "Why am I doing that?" So I put the other one, and my right side can was not working. I was like, "What is going on?" I go down here, and it's like, "Oh, my cord's not plugged in the whole way."
There we go.
Yeah, we'll have
We're
that.
off to a
Great start here on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Let's start. Let's do it over again. That's right,
Take
ladies and
two.
gentlemen. You are listening to the greatest little internet radio show going today. That's right. Blow the whistle on live on all platforms. Facebook and not Facebook yet. Sorry about that, people. We're live on YouTube and Twitch. Soon to be live on Facebook. As always, I am Tyler Butterball Beautiful. I'm along with
No gimmicks, Nick Johnston.
David Double D Dykstra.
And Andrew Pepe Valentin.
Happy Hump Day, everybody. And guys, it is week 0 coming.
You're in trouble today because when we're beside each other, it's a whole different. It's a whole different thing.
It's a vibe.
I will say I had never really sat like this before. This is different.
is
I
a new
like
combo.
it.
It's a
I
new
like
combo.
this.
Yeah.
But we're gonna be breaking. It's week 0 coming up, but that means we got to break down all the major conferences in college football. We're gonna break down the SEC, Big 10, ACC,
It's
Big 12.
Most ridiculous thing. I'll talk about it later, but this is the most ridiculous thing in college football.
Love it.
I'm just gonna say that.
Okay.
Out loud.
And then we are gonna do one of our new favorite segments that we're doing, Off the Rails. We're gonna probably talk a little.
Is it really new? We finally gave it a name.
We have a name for it.
We've never had a name for the segment or
Organizing the chaos a
show.
little
Like
bit.
we've had segments where we're like, all right, we're gonna talk baseball. Do you know what I did last Saturday? That's like a whole thing.
But see, now we have a name for it, so it makes sense to do.
Exactly.
And not that these people are just like, who the hell are these guys?
Yeah.
And then, of course, we're going to end it off with the greatest segment in all of entertainment. That's right. You're Killing Me Smalls. And you guys can still send us You're Killing Me Smalls either via chat on YouTube and Twitch, or you can DM us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at BlowTWhistle1. That's BLOWTWHISTLE1. You can also listen to all of our previous episodes on all of your favorite podcast platforms. That includes Spotify, Anchor, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and the Quad Pod. And I always forget about Quad Pod, but I can't forget about Quad Pod because why is that, David?
Screw you, Quad Pod.
So vindictive.
That was a little harsh.
No.
What'd they ever do to you?
The gloves are off.
The gloves are. I mean, let's be honest. They've been off.
No.
They have been off.
No, I've been nice.
No, usually you play it up nice and comedicable, but now it's just like straight up like, I hate your guts.
I'm mad now.
It's changed.
It's
Dear Darla,
Yeah.
I hate your
We've
stinking
been
guts.
shouting them out for 4 years now, and we've gotten squadooshed back from them.
Well, also, I don't even know how much of a thing they still are.
I'm looking them up right now.
But
And the
anyways,
first thing I get is hunting quads. So
hunting quad?
yeah, like the stands to get into.
that
It's
might
like
Not
have-
the tripod, it's the quad pod. Ladies and gentlemen.
We might have to come back to that hunting quad in Off the Rails because now I'm curious. All right, boys. Are you guys ready to break down some college football?
Oh, yeah.
Why not?
Andrew,
Mm.
are we ready?
I've been ready, man.
We've been waiting, 9 months?
I've
6 months?
I've done nothing for the last year now. Talk about college football with athletes from high school and stuff. I'm ready for this.
I've been forced to talk baseball.
I literally, I'm not going to lie. I literally,
I'm sorry.
every morning before we start the daily tip, I whisper into the mic, "Hey, Jenks, 7 days until college football starts." I did it this morning. 4 days until college football starts. Jenks, let's go.
Just do way more. Well, Andrew, I'm going to start off with you. Let's go. Let's start it off with who in the SEC do you believe has the biggest chance of winning the college football championship? Who do you got?
I like Vanderbilt's chances.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Dude, really?
No, of course not.
Would you
Are kidding me?
stop with the crap? Vanderbilt.
I don't even know who their quarterback is. So what am I going to
I
even
don't
give
even
him?
know who
He's a
they
transfer. I know
are.
that.
Their team total wins is hovering around 2.5.
There
right
you
now.
go. Exactly. I don't.
If they get over
So
2.5,
you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance. Yes.
So if they break 3, they're going, yes, we did it.
They haven't had a good team since James Franklin left this area.
Seriously.
That was my goal in my online dynasty when I'm playing with the boys. I looked at my team total for Iowa. It's at 8 wins. I got exactly 8 wins right now. So I'm like, all right, we're pushed. We're fine. I got to buy. I got to play Maryland next week. So we're looking all right. So that's the
if
goal
you
there.
don't beat Maryland, you're a disgrace.
It's a user, so it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't run the cheese plays.
You're a disgrace.
I'll try.
No, I mean, for the SEC, I mean, Georgia should still be the favorite. They, of all the teams right now in
Should
the SEC, they have, I think so. They have the most complete team right now of anybody where they have quarterback, running back, wide receiver obviously can be a question mark, but through what they got through the transfer portal with Humphreys and a few other guys, I think they've really excelled themselves back to a level where you can say, yeah, they should not only be favorites to win the SEC, they should also be favorites to win the national championship. I mean, looking at the list, looking at the guys that are kind of like ranked in terms of like their odds and stuff, Texas and Bama, I mean, I would give Texas the favor just because, I mean, their team is still well kept together. The problem right now is that their running back situation is kind of a mess because they have 2 guys out with major injuries, and I think they're both out for the season in Baxter and I forget the other one now, but you're talking about top running backs.
Did Baxter blow out the same knee he blew out last year, or is he still recovering from
No,
that?
I think he blew out the same knee he did before. Jeez. So then that's a big hit because their running game has been a sufficient part of what makes their offense run.
Jaden Blue.
Yeah, Jaden Blue is the other one. Yeah, so they're down 2 of their top running backs, but they always find a guy. So I mean, I don't put it past them. Their defense is still very stacked. Isaiah Bond adds a level to them. When you talk about Bama, Ole Miss, I mean, you got LSU, which I'm happy with, and Tennessee. I look at those 4 teams and like everybody has the ability, I think, to get there and compete. Problem is that I think everybody's just missing that one specific piece, right, that can help take you over the top. And I like Bama. I don't know if that defense is going to be the same now that Saban's gone, right? He was a huge component of that. You don't know if LSU is going to have the same type of offense. They lost a lot. Ole Miss revamped themselves. That's great. But are those guys going to be able to step in and from the word go, be able to make it happen?
Now,
There's a lot of huge points
question.
Can I say something about Ole Miss?
Yeah. So I was going to go to Bama.
Yeah.
They are the Penn State of the SEC. Until they get past 10-2.
That's what we do.
Lane Kiffin is the James Franklin of the SEC. Point blank, end of story. Until they get past that threshold,
yeah,
I'm never ever gonna put my chips on Baby Blue.
I mean,
that's their team total right now. They're sitting at 9.5.
Yeah, I mean,
10's probably about where they're gonna be.
They're gonna beat the teams they're supposed to beat, and then they're gonna lose to I think they'll be competitive. I just don't know if they're gonna beat the major competition that you need to in order to.
Can they get over that hump?
Exactly. You have to beat the Bama. You have to beat those teams that
Texas, Georgia.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and I don't
with new teams into the SEC now, like Texas and a handful of others. But going back, because obviously, Georgia, it's hard to count them out because they're pretty much set in the most positions. Carson Beck is just my main concern. But about Alabama with new coach Kalen DeBoer, David, you and I talked about this before. I think the question would be, could Kalen DeBoer do what he did to Michael Penix to Jalen Milroe? Because we noticed that Jalen Milroe.
That's the scary prospect for me.
Exactly.
If you're going to do to Jalen Milroe what you did for Michael Penix Jr., now granted, he had elite wide receivers at his beck and call at Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they became elite.
They did.
You could certainly say they became elite, I think.
I don't know if you have that at Alabama right now. Exactly.
You got Ryan. I mean, you got the recruit Ryan Williams, who will probably see early playing time because he's a 5-star. Don't know if he's gonna like the last freshman receiver I think they had that shine was probably Amari Cooper, who like from day one you said this is a guy, he's gonna get it, he's gonna go. He might be the next one, but I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna find another one like him.
What about dude who won the Heisman?
Devonta Smith?
Yeah.
As a freshman, he wasn't the star though. He was in depth.
That was Saban. That was Saban.
Right. That's
system.
Saban being like, I have stacked our list with receivers.
I'm Joe Paterno. You're not playing as a freshman.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, he still played. It's just like, but he wasn't a starter like Amari Cooper was. Amari Cooper, from the moment he was there, proved like I should be
Julio
in the lineup.
Jones.
Julio Jones is another one. Yeah, like there's very few of those guys that do that. So
with Bama, is anyone thinking like he's going to be a huge decline because
No.
of Saban?
No.
Okay.
I
don't
Is it
wanna
just gonna
say
be a
huge.
nice transition.
They have too much talent still there.
And honestly, I would say
It seems
with
like the
the
kids
hiring,
were pretty subscribed to the narrative of the next guy up.
I'd
So
say
it
they
seemed
go
like
like
he was fine.
10-2, maybe like
Okay.
on an average. Like that's where
I'm
I
just
would
looking
put
at their
them.
schedule. It seems a little. I mean, week 5 they get Georgia, they get Tennessee, Missouri, and LSU back to back.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And
That's a gauntlet right
And then-
there.
second to last week Oklahoma. So
Yeah, because if you're telling me
the Iron
if
Bowl.
Jalen Milrow, who
Don't ever discount that Iron Bowl. I
Well,
don't care
yeah.
what the
Oh, no,
records
I-
are.
I'm not-
Auburn-
I wasn't trying
Auburn-
to. I wasn't trying to. I was just
Auburn's
trying
got
to-
some players now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're going to be super competitive, but they're like on their cusp.
No,
of
it's
probably.
always the
yeah,
mental
they've
game with
got
that, too.
Lambert Smith from Penn State.
Yeah.
That kid can't.
Because those are always, the kid
press
from
me.
Auburn or the kids that just missed out on going to Alabama or something like that.
No,
So
they always pick up the guys
Yeah.
that's like, oh, they either fell off or they came from that's how Cam Newton was, right? Left Florida, went to JC, picked him up, and ends up winning him a national title. Like you don't find those guys that often.
This is
but
what
they do.
Hugh Freeze does.
But Jalen Milrow is a great player, but like you just say, they're going back to back on that schedule. I mean, you're talking about going up against some of the best defenders then that are going to try to knock your block off.
Yeah.
He runs the ball as
At-
much as he does, like
at
that. You're
Tennessee-
asking for it.
at Tennessee, home against Missouri, at LSU.
Yeah,
that's
that's
back
a
to back.
I would say
That's a
LSU,
lot.
Tennessee could possibly be losses.
I mean, yeah, it's at LSU.
Yeah.
That's going to be tough.
I mean, yeah, LSU, Tennessee, Georgia, that could be a lot.
What
And
about-
I mean, if you already see 2 losses there and then probably lost to a Georgia, that's already the under on their
Yeah,
total. So.
yeah, that's what I thought.
David, who do you like in the SEC that could win the national championship?
That could win the national.
Like, who's your favorite?
My
Obviously-
favorite is Texas.
Okay.
Quinn Ewers is that dude. The question, like
The Undertaker rubbing off on him helps.
Well, it's not just that. It's like
He does like him.
I won't say that they upgraded at wide receiver or tight end, but I'd say they maintained.
Sure.
Okay.
They maintained.
Bond's a great athlete. He's people just don't think he's as good because he looks deceptively, he's not fast on tape,
Yeah,
but he is fast. He just doesn't look like it.
he's one of those guys that's football fast, not
Yeah.
track fast.
He's like Randy Moss. Like you look at him and he's like, he's slow. And he's like, no, he's faster than everybody. He just looks like he's slow because he's faster than everyone on the field.
But right now, for me, it's Texas until proven otherwise. Georgia, to me, I think has been a little overhyped. You can talk about all the 5 stars they have and everything like that, but I'm not sold on Cardinal. If it was Stetson Bennett to talk, like
We're talking college Stetson Bennett or
Yeah, college
Rams
quarterback.
preseason Stetson
Rams
Bennett?
preseason Bennett's not
Listen,
what you
you
want.
can throw all the interceptions you want in preseason. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Counts to
Alabama,
me.
Alabama. To me, there's too many unknowns.
Okay.
As far as I think it might take a couple of years for DeBoer's to get that where it needs to be again.
I mean, yeah, he's coming to a completely different conference.
Ole Miss is Ole Miss. LSU, I just don't think they have enough this year. I don't think they've reloaded enough from last year
That's
in all
fair.
they lost. For me, my 2 dark horses in this that could make runs are Tennessee and Missouri.
Okay.
Missouri, because their schedule lines up very nicely for them.
Okay.
And Tennessee, because they've got that dude at quarterback. They have that dude. Like, if anybody questioned that, go back and watch the bowl game from last year.
They've got the dudes now too, because they got
Yeah.
the kid McIntyre that's coming in that's just as big as Ilmaliva. So
Hey,
they can
oh,
throw
that
a rocket.
5-star?
Yeah, the 5-star they just got. And they got the top tackle in the country too, David Sanders Jr. So
and
their
let's not
future's looking bright.
and let's not forget.
So close coming to Nebraska.
I know. I'm sorry, man.
That's all right.
Let's not forget. Josh Heupel is that crazy dude that'll go,
You know what I did for Oklahoma? Yeah,
like a bajillion plays in a game because he
got
plays
a
that
huge
up
playbook.
tempo.
Mhm.
You know what? Like, what were they averaging? Like 7 seconds between plays last year or something
I
like
mean,
that.
yeah, he's basically trying to. He's like it's
They
a
play
slower
fast.
version of Brian Kelly's Chip Kelly's offense, but we play with more accuracy and passing attacks.
So Tennessee
It's-
to me, they possibly could be that team that comes out of nowhere and goes, look at us.
They do have some top players.
So you got them as like kind of like your dark horses.
I'm leaning Texas just because everybody's back except for like the running back, Worthy and
AD Mitchell.
Defense took a bit of a hit too. So
defense took a bit of a hit, but
2 tackles being gone.
Once again, though, like Texas is that team like Georgia. They've thrown enough NIL money at people. They've got that oil money that they can restock.
Yeah.
So that being said, Texas is who I'm going to go for. Texas, to me, has the better quarterback between Georgia and Texas.
Okay.
And when it comes down to it in college football, you look at the quarterback. You really do. But I would say don't sleep on Tennessee or Missouri. Tennessee.
Bring up the dark horses. I was going to also bring up Mizzou as well. But Nick, real quick, who's your favorite in the SEC? Who do you got?
Favorite? I could always lean on the obvious with the Bulldogs, but I think I actually do like the Texas. I do like Texas. It's not the worst option either. I want to root for my Kentucky Wildcats as much as I can, but I keep looking at their.
Here's the thing about Kentucky.
They'll be fun.
I'm actually.
Yeah, that's what I was
They're
about
gonna be
to say.
fun.
I'm actually down on their. I don't like their win total. I think I would probably hit the under.
What's the win
it's
total
at
for them?
6.5 right now. It's going to be really. It's going to be a toss up because I see
Their schedule is tough, but
Georgia
it's
week 3.
Yeah.
Ole Miss is in there as well.
Didn't they get a former 5-star from Georgia as their quarterback?
Yeah,
this
they
year?
have Vandergriff as their quarterback.
He's good.
They've got an SEC guy.
It's been fun to play with him in the game, but yeah.
he's a good quarterback,
Yeah.
I will
I'll
say.
this: I would not bet against Bob Stoops. Bob Stoops. Bob's here. I'll give you a comparison that you'll identify.
Okay.
Bob Stoops to me is like the Mike Tomlin of college football.
Okay.
Like he's
Always has a winning season.
consistently has winning seasons.
Okay.
He
Even
gets
when
the best out of the least.
Yeah, gets the best out of 3 stars.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just I'm just looking at that. Like they're at Florida. It's just little things like that. Every big ranked game, they're on the road.
They will stay.
Besides Georgia,
They will stay competitive with a lot of teams.
Okay.
I will tell you that.
All right.
So,
I just don't want to be down too bad because that's my squad. That's my buddy's squad that we root for.
in
so.
fairness, though, I'm also just predicting if they get slapped in the face, don't yell at me.
Oh yeah, no.
do not come at me and be like, I don't want to hear from people being like,
I do
"You
not
said
approve this
Kentucky would-"
message.
Like, no, I never said they would
no.
upset.
Well,
I mean, they're
I mean-
10-1 to get in the playoff, 250 to 1 to win the whole thing.
There are certain teams in the SEC that you go, yeah, trash.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt's one of those teams.
They're gonna
Vanderbilt.
But
yeah.
with Kentucky, they could go 6-6, 5-7, or they could do 7-5, 8-4.
yeah.
It just they're one of those teams where if the break goes a certain way for them, they could have a really decent season.
So let's go and move on to the dark horses. David, you kind of mentioned it as well. I also like Mizzou. I mean, they showed from me last year they were able to stay. They were keeping it within the top guys in the SEC. You got the best receiver in that team.
Well, I mean, you know what Missouri does, right?
What's that?
They travel a little ways, just go to East St. Louis High School and go, want to come play football in Missouri? I'm not joking. How many East St. Louis guys do they have on their team, Andrew?
They've in the last 10 years, they've had like at least 30 some.
I'm already seeing like 3
Trust
so
me,
far.
I've talked to enough of those kids, and they're like, I'm actually thinking about going to Mizzou. And I was like, you're really good though, man. Like, you sure? Like, yeah, I just feel like, I mean, it's close to home. And I'm like, yeah, I get it.
Familiarity too.
Well,
Like,
and they all don't want to go to
the
Illinois.
quarterback and the best wide receiver in college football played high school football together. So that there's that familiarity too.
I mean, yeah, Brady Cook, he showed a lot to me last year.
He's
improved.
He's a top quarterback in the SEC. So that's why I like Mizzou as the dark horse. Andrew, who do you is there someone here that you like in the dark horse? Dark horse?
I would say Missouri. I mean, of the dark horses for sure should be looked at. And the only problem with them is that just what they lost from the draft is just what kind of like you've lost your top edge rusher, you lost your top cornerback. They do have some guys, don't get me wrong, but it's a matter of those guys are going to be huge impact players towards the SEC because where you need to really be able to handle guys is on defense, right? Offense has become a huge part of the game now for the SEC, but defense is still something that you need to get that stop. And I don't know if they have that. So but I'm going to go with my boys at LSU.
right.
I think there's just enough there that you can be competitive. You can be an upset, kind of guy enough. They're ranked, which is nice, but at the same time, I still think that people are going to look down on them because obviously you had the Heisman Trophy winner. You had 2 top first-round pick wide receivers. How do you replace that, right? I like Kyron Lacey. I like CJ Daniels, the transfer from Liberty. I think both of them are going to be fine. You still have Mason Taylor, Jason Taylor's kid at tight end. And I like Nussmeier more than I thought I did. He's accurate. He throws the ball, delivers it well. Is he an NFL guy? Maybe as a backup, but for college, I think he can get the job done. I think he's better than Matt Flynn when he was at LSU, and I think that's saying you have enough there to be able to compete in the SEC.
Your standards are high, sir.
Nick, I'm going to go to Nick just because since you kind of went.
Yeah.
You kind of
fine.
gave us.
Totally fine.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I thought you were going to follow up with another question.
No, dark horse, sir.
My dark horse.
Yes.
Would Bama be a dark
It's a
horse?
little bit of a dark horse.
Kind of, just because it's in the shadow.
They would certainly be, I think, a dark horse this year because
At 14-1, yeah, they're a dark horse.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, at least for them to get in the playoff, to get in the championship. That would probably be the route. Just the idea, just not a chip on their shoulder, but their guy is gone. Nick Saban coming back in. So.
We can win without. Saban
that mentality. Yeah.
Then real quick, round table, most overrated. Andrew.
60 seconds.
Oklahoma.
All right.
Okay. David.
Yeah, Ole Miss.
Okay.
Every year.
Yeah. It could be them or it could be LSU maybe. I'm looking at their
Oklahoma because there's a lot of people being like, well, they're going to be upset Kings. I don't know if Jackson Arnold's going to be that good.
I like yours.
Texas A&M.
Aggies. No one wants
Aggies
to root for
are
a
definitely
cult.
that's
No
just,
one wants to root for that.
They
cult.
should be
why I was
rated
like-
at the bottom.
That's why I'm like, could they even be considered overrated?
I like
because
Hunter-
they're ranked 20.
I don't know.
I don't think they should be ranked, but whatever.
I don't know why Connor Wegman stayed. Leave, dude. Go. Leave.
All right. Well, that wraps up our SEC talk. Coming up next, we're going to break down the Big Ten winners, dark horses, overrated, and we're going to bring up the national title odds. Coming up here next on Blow the Whistle on SportsDownChicago.com.
This is your home for sports. SportsDownChicago.com.
But I promise it's not old news. You don't have to like hot dogs to like Joe's on Plainfield Road in Joliet. Italian beef, hot dogs, shakes, and sides. My family's had a relationship with Joe's hot dogs for 3 generations. Golden fries with a tad bit of salt and the perfect amount of crunch come in a bag as big as your hand. And that's just small. For more on the menu, visit joeshotdogsjoliet.com. Bringing that classic Chicago flavor to the suburbs. That's Joe's Hot Dogs across from CVS on Plainfield Road in Joliet.
At the football game, Jim shows the telltale signs of being wasted. He starts flexing for the camera. He refers to his muscles as gunboats. He screams, "How's this for a halftime show?" Jim streaks the field.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many to drive. But what if you've had just one too many to drive? Never underestimate just a few. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, the Ad Council, and this station.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and Windy City News Radio.
The Illinois Center for Broadcasting is now the Illinois Media School. We've been an institution in the Chicagoland area now for 30 years. Because the broadcasting world is always changing, so are we. Not only are we teaching radio and television production, but now you can learn all aspects of the media industry, like web design. You can even specialize in TV or film, sports broadcasting, and even sales. No matter where you are in the Chicagoland area, we have a campus near you. The Illinois Media School. Be on TV, be on radio, beonair.com.
Maybe that was money. Tell me that wasn't money.
Yo, check us out. We are the go-to guys. I'm your boy Space.
I'm your boy MC.
Check us out every Thursday
From 4 to 5 p.m.
We spitting all facts, all sports, all day.
Yes, sir. Who else you going to go to in the clutch?
Lillard, long range three, and it's good!
keeping you up to date with all the latest sports news.
We are.
The go-to guys.
Where else you gonna get all your sports news from?
You know.
Sportstown Chicago.
Oh, yeah. Back here, more Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com's YouTube and Twitch. Hope everyone's having, you should have a great week because college football is just around the corner.
Oh, yeah. Let me be very real when I tell you this.
Yeah.
I will be staying up Saturday night to watch the Hawaii versus Delaware State game.
Well, yeah, we got money on it, baby.
You're going to be up that late
do you know
anyways.
how awesome it is knowing that we just made our first DGen parlay?
Hey.
By the way, boys, while we're on air, should we ask them if they would like to? Or did we already?
To do the segment?
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of mentioned it Monday. We talked about doing a segment called DGen Parlay.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, Monday we're gonna do a segment and we're gonna just build a degenerate parlay of eight legs.
Monday or Wednesday? I think we should do it Wednesday.
Wednesday because it goes into the weekend. Yeah, let's do that.
Build it over the next few days.
So starting next Wednesday, we'll do that. We'll build a DGen parlay.
Everybody,
both college and
and
pros.
What? Do you want to?
Why not?
Both.
I mean, you just be as simple as like you bring your best play, and if you want to parlay it,
one
do
college,
that.
one pro.
Yeah,
you can do that.
I like that. And we'll do 8 legs each. So each of us pick 2.
Okay.
And then we'll put it all together and hopefully win money. Or we're going to lose a lot of money, but we know our stuff pretty well, I would say.
Gamble responsibly.
Gamble responsibly.
Don't blame us if you lose money too.
Yeah.
But if you do win money,
Blame me, I dare
you
you.
can send it our way.
Blame me, I dare you.
I still, anytime I put out those bets and stuff, I still get emails like, you told me to. I'm like, I never said anything. I said if you want to play it, but it's up to you.
To all of our listeners,
I've seen you.
We bet what we want to bet and what we believe in. We're not always
I don't
right.
need to hear about how you spent $200 on a bet that you said I told you to take. I don't need to hear that.
If we were always right, we would have our own studio.
It's true.
Chalk it up to oops.
Building.
We'd have our own building. And we were always right, people. So,
but once again, when Miss Monica wins the lottery, that will happen.
Yeah. All right, we're counting on you, Monica. David put you under the scope.
Just saying.
All right, let's break down the Big Ten. Winners, dark horses, overrated. Right now, Ohio State is the favorite behind Oregon, Penn State. I'm going to start it off. Winners here, I like Oregon. I like Oregon in the Big Ten. That could win the national championship game. I mean, they've shown a lot last year, and I don't think that's going to make a difference for them being in a new conference. I like Oregon. You can say whatever you want about Ohio State, but even though they're the favorite, I like Oregon the most. Andrew, what do you think?
For favorite for the Big Ten, I mean, it's a toss-up between Ohio State and Oregon.
Okay.
I'm probably going to go with Ohio State. They may have, in my opinion, one of the most complete rosters in college football.
Make sure you make that very clear, sir.
That's why I said my opinion. My opinion is I think they have one of the most.
I know. Bet Ohio State.
Yeah, I know.
Mahomes.
I understand that there's holes that they have recently filled that some people certainly will look at and say questionable. I get that.
Quarterback. Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
You need a tissue. But nevertheless, I still think that what they showed last year was enough to be able to say that not necessarily an upgrade. It's just you're moving sideways, which last year I thought they still were competitive enough to be able to compete for a national title too. Obviously, some things didn't break their way, but at the end of the day, their coach Ryan Day, he's still very good.
Great recruiter.
Absolutely. Great recruiter. He's got a lot of the top talent. He's got another great recruiting class coming in. I don't know what Chip Kelly's going to do with this offense, but if you're telling me he and Ryan Day are going to work together, I think that's a lot better than just Chip Kelly handles the offense. I think it's better that those two work together than anything. I'm expecting great things to come from that team. This is kind of do or die though for them. Like this is kind of where you go. It's like Mike Tomlin, right? You keep saying like, okay, he has winning seasons, but how long has it been since you won a championship?
That's why
like
I think
at
Ryan,
some point you've got to start saying, okay, we have to start tightening the nooses a little bit.
The whispers have already started that if he loses to Michigan this year, he's gone.
I already think he's gonna be fired after this year because I don't think they're
yeah.
gonna win the national championship, and I don't think they're gonna be the top of the Big Ten.
I don't know if he'll be fired, but he's definitely going to be under. Like his seat's going to start warming up real quick.
That thing is toasty
already.
Yeah.
You've
pretty
lost
toasty.
3 years in a row to Michigan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's more than toasty.
I mean, he's saving his job by getting the top recruits in and developing NFL talent, but that's not going to be enough soon here.
Is it safe to say October 12th might be just on paper like game of the year already? Ohio State, Oregon.
That might be.
Yeah,
might be.
All right.
That might be a 1-2.
I'll argue. I'll debate that.
Being game of the year,
Texas, Georgia.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be another good one. Damn, both those will be really good.
I'm pretty sure that October 12th weekend's a pretty stacked up weekend.
October 12th is that week this year in college football.
That's what I heard. It's just everyone's buzzing about that, rightfully so. Anyone got like a best Heisman? I wanted to do this in the last one too. I just forgot to ask. Was there like a best Heisman rep for the Big Ten, SEC even too? Because
I like Dylan Gabriel.
I was gonna say Dylan Gabriel.
He's the favorre though. Okay. That's the thing.
Yeah,
like, he's in front of the favorite.
But that's still plus money, $350. What you have to do, and just so you know, Heisman Trophy winner the last 10 years or something like that.
Yeah,
Andrew has been at 20-1 or worse at the beginning of the season.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's absolutely wild. 5 of the last 7 Heisman Trophy winners have also been transfers too. So keep that in mind as well. Like guys who are changing schools now are also winning championship or winning those trophies.
Dylan Gabriel fits in that mold.
Exactly. So
although he's not 20-1,
right. But he's one of the oldest quarterbacks in here too. So he better have the smarts for it as well. So
if he can stay healthy, that Oregon team
he's the Russell Wilson of the college football world right now.
Yeah, I'll go that far.
That's a good comparison.
That's the comparison right now for the pros.
He's got a great deep ball.
Yeah,
he's got
and he's just smart with it too.
Yeah,
yeah, he's a very smart dude. So.
His deep ball's better than Bo Nix, and they were awesome with Bo Nix last year.
It seems like
everywhere he's gone, he's been a winner. He's been a competitor. So.
And see, that's why I like
he
Oregon.
Started off at UCF.
SEC wise, I would say it'd probably be Milroe. Okay. That'd be my favorite to win the Heisman if I was going to pick one. If I'm taking Big Ten wise, Gabriel would be a favorite. I might put Judkins in there, the running back from Ohio State. Because I just feel like he's going to be like a 20 touchdown dude. Like that red zone's going to be his baby.
That's his house. Oh yeah, because Will Howard's your quarterback.
How about the?
It pains him to hear that. Please, David, you were saying.
Go ahead.
How about for a long shot that the QB from Tennessee,
Nico Amaliva?
Yeah.
Could be.
Say that again.
I did see
I am
that
a Lever.
as one of
I'm a Leva.
I am a Lever.
It's like plus.
I'm a believer. I'm a Leva.
It's plus 1,500 right now.
Yeah,
so that's what I saw.
He is.
I mean,
Not the worst. It's not the worst to just throw
Once
some
again,
sprinkles
he's good.
he's right there at that 20-1.
Tennessee
Big,
always ends up
strong,
getting these
physical.
under the radar.
And those are the fun ones to take.
good
Obviously, you
quarterbacks.
don't want to take the favorites and just.
And
No,
we're
of
not
course
saying
not.
put
Yeah.
a bunch on it.
No, you're not putting the dollars college fund on it.
Little pizza money.
If you want a little real big dark horse from Tennessee, James Pierce Jr., the defensive end from them, could even be in that conversation too.
Always tough, obviously.
It's always tough for those guys, but I haven't seen defensive ends with his quick step in a long time. That dude from word go is in your chest, hand shot, and he's already turning the corner on you.
I don't know if you can take
his bend is
individual awards
insane.
like that, but if I can find like best defensive player of the year, that would probably be the.
I think he'll definitely be in that conversation. Lombardi, all that stuff, or whatever they call it is now. But I would put him out there. He's lightning fast.
Move forward.
Gotcha.
Oh, well, no. Did you never gave your favorite?
Big Ten.
Do you want my favorite? It's Oregon for me.
Okay.
I
I
think Gabriel. I'm sorry. I think Gabriel's better than Bo Nix, and they were that good with Bo Nix last year.
Yeah,
that's fair.
And I
can't
think
disagree.
I think they're the only transplant Pac-12 team that's coming into the Big Ten that's ready for Big Ten football.
Yeah,
their defense is solid.
Well, they did the most with the recruiting for sure.
And I'm not sitting here saying that their defense is Big Ten yet, but it's good enough that they'll score enough points and hold people to a lower amount.
They'll shut them down.
Yeah. And Dan Lanning's the head coach there, so
he's a phenomenal.
He's a great defensive.
He's a defensive freak.
Yeah.
Can't go man on man. We'll just zone the hell out of them.
I'm not gonna say it, and everybody can screw off.
Mm-hmm.
Penn State is not my dark horse.
Is not or
No.
Okay.
No, because
10-2.
10-2.
It's what we do.
Once again, 10-2
You
is
never
what,
know.
10-2. I will say this about Penn State this year. Their schedule is very friendly. Very friendly. The two games that I worry about, they're at Wisconsin, which is always a tough game. I don't care how good or bad Wisconsin is. And then they have Ohio State coming into the big house.
All right.
Or into the big house. Coming into Beaver Stadium.
Yes. So
for me, it could line up as an 11-1 season.
Sure.
Okay.
Or it could be 10-2 or 9-3. Because I'll be very honest, this first game scares the crap out of me.
That's a test.
West Virginia in West Virginia is a different
That's tough.
animal.
Yeah.
And they now have a dude at quarterback.
Graham Green, baby. He can sling it.
Green can sling it. And the one thing that
I love those dudes. Yeah, he could throw it 80 miles down the field easy.
the thing that hammered, and that's what caused all the problems last year for Penn State. They got pushed around on the offensive and defensive lines. I think we'll be better there. I think Penn State will be better there. As far as my dark horse, it's Cornhuskers.
Okay.
I really do. I love their schedule and the way it lines up.
Mm-hmm.
I think Raiola is that guy to bring this college football franchise back to prominence.
Yeah.
To where you're going to start getting more 4- and 5-star guys. You're going to start getting some really talented, skilled players. Nebraska's always gotten the big husky corn-fed big men on the offense and defensive lines.
Oh yeah.
Nebraska's always been missing the
skilled guys.
The skills guys.
Yeah.
With Raiola there now, and everything that I've heard coming out of Cornhuskers camp, it's the real deal. So I'm excited. I will tell you, my projection is probably 8-4, 9-3, into 11.
Oh yeah,
he's going to be the reason that they're winning games.
I mean, if they are sitting at 11-1, then he's got to be in the conversation.
He's going to be in Heisman conversation as a freshman.
Get me all excited.
I think he's that. Andrew, would you agree he's that talented?
I think he is.
No,
I mean,
phenomenal.
he was the number one quarterback in the country for a reason. And you look at his body of work, he's got the arm strength, the accuracy, mobility. He's got the footwork. He's got the field vision. He's clear. I mean, clearly his father being an NFL pro had an impact on him, as it seems to do with a lot of these guys who are great quarterbacks.
They're even eyeballing his brother.
His brother's good. His brother's really good too.
He's only like a sophomore.
Yeah. But I mean, listen, Nebraska, I think, is going to go through its growing pains. I've talked with you about this. I'm giving them at least 8 wins, but still it's a strong 8 wins. I think they have some upsets in them. They have players. Malachi Coleman, great receiver. Tommy Hill, a great defensive back. They've got pieces there to start saying, okay, future's looking good. Recruits are starting to come in. The fact that David Sanders Jr. even considered Nebraska should still say something, even though, he didn't choose the school.
This is top 4.
You got you got the top 5 number 1 offensive tackle to say, I might want to go to Lincoln. That's going to ring a lot of tunes to a lot of recruits out there. I know there's a lot of guys here in Illinois that are small-time recruits. What do you think about Nebraska? I'm like, dude, you want to go? Go.
Jump.
It's a great opportunity.
Jump.
It's like trying to go for the stock market. Their stock's rising.
There's really something being changed over there, which is just
Matt Rule's back in his element.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Never left.
I think he said, he's like, I think I realized
I'll be
where
very
I'm at.
honest with you. If he doesn't leave Baylor he was probably the next coach of Texas.
Yeah, more than likely.
And if he didn't get that, he was definitely the next
Unless
coach
he stayed
at
at Baylor. So,
well, here's the problem, sir, and I'm going to say this to you right now.
Yeah.
If things go sideways at Penn State, Matt Rule's their number one guy.
I wouldn't be surprised
because he's an alum.
Oh.
Yeah, seems to be on the list for a lot of like top coaching jobs too.
Probably. No, but I mean, like,
I'm just saying.
No, I mean, everyone wants Matt Rule. I mean, he's in Lincoln now though, but we'll keep it that way. But no, they've done a lot. Like they've got a bunch of stars. They had that one kid, the one receiver in the 2025 class, flip from Oregon to Nebraska.
Yes, yeah,
that was
absolutely.
kind of a huge surprise to me. I was like, wow. Okay, they're actually doing something here, but I do think Dylan Raiola is the key part as to why. I would say them as a dark horse because I think they can at least get 9, possibly 10 wins. 11-1, I think that would be fantastic, but let's not get too excited, Tyler. But I mean, yeah, I think they're safe to say you can put them as a dark horse because I mean, like you said, you can't say Penn State because Penn State's always been in the talks.
Here's what I'll tell you.
No, I'll be brave enough. They're my dark horse.
I hate you.
Nobody picked USC. Oh, shocker.
Until that defense gets fixed.
I don't know how to trust even the quarterback at this point either.
He threw 6.
I don't care if he threw 6 touchdowns.
But he threw 6
I don't
touchdowns in the bowl game. I'm like,
I saw this kid before. His name was Aaron Corp.
Yeah.
And that was way back in 2010, 2011. And guess what happened to him?
I'll say this. If upsets happen, they will happen early.
Okay.
If you can get, like we said, if they can get to that 5-0 mark that we were talking about,
they'd be like 6-0
or
6 or 7-0. Yeah,
they're ranked in the top 25 at that point.
Easy. Yeah,
they're in the top 25. Oh no, they're not.
No, they're not.
That's right.
You were telling me you were upset that they weren't.
You've got Iowa in the top 25, but not Nebraska.
They were ranked last year, though. That's the thing.
That being said, if they can get through that gambit, the more time he plays and wins, and the more belief, because they were right there last year, like you kept saying, they were right there. Lost in the
3 quarterbacks.
It's creating the winning environment and the more they win in this first half of this season,
I think that builds up Raiola's confidence. And I mean, you're
that's
going into Ohio State, which is gonna be tough.
That's where I say that 10-2, 11-1 could happen, because if they just go,
if Dylan Raiola beats Ohio State going into Ohio State,
I will kiss you on the mouth.
I will accept that.
You heard it first live on the air. We will have it live here on the air.
Dylan should get the keys to Lincoln. The whole state of Nebraska.
Oh, he's
not much.
But if he beats Ohio State, he's the greatest quarterback in the history of Nebraska.
What kind of esque stuff? I'm just saying
it's tough in terms of his ability to throw the football. Sure, in terms of like you're not going to see that same athleticism.
But once again, Andrew, who was talking about Johnny Football when he?
I didn't even know his name, so
that's what I'm
true.
Yeah, no, the difference is though is that obviously this kid, a lot of people know his name, but nevertheless, I'd still put it past him to be like, if you're saying all freshman team for college football, I would think he'd probably be the leading candidate at quarterback right now.
Yeah,
for the all freshman team easily. And then by next year as a sophomore, we're talking about him as a Heisman favorite.
I can't disagree.
He's got the talent. He's got the stuff. And I think he's a quarterback that can make guys better too.
That day was like Christmas when I heard he flipped.
I was shocked. I couldn't even
really
pay
attention to work.
I was.
Don't listen.
The moment I heard that he was in Lincoln, I was like, Rule isn't letting him leave without a commit.
Well, that was.
I hope too that his uncle is a coach there.
I was gonna say, dad and uncle certainly were like, hey, listen, man.
The family bleed. I wouldn't be surprised if his brother goes there too.
Probably.
They're saying saying that he could be better than Dylan, but kid's a sophomore in high school.
Well, there's the same thing about Marvin Harris' brother.
Let's hold off.
He's faster, runs better routes. I'm like, what are you doing?
He's a lefty. So we'll see. Before we get out here, Nick, sorry we kind of missed you.
No, you're good.
Dark horse for Big Ten.
I said it. I'll be the brave one. I'll say Penn State.
Okay.
Oregon is the favorite. Penn State is the dark horse. I know we can't take it here in Illinois, but if you're in another state, I'm looking at Illinois' total of 5.5. I like the under.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I hit that.
Yeah.
Thank you over again.
Yeah. So like minus 120. It's not like something you're gonna make a huge profit off of, but just they're.
I'll throw Iowa in the dark horse stuff again. Like they just always they always surprise.
Caitlin Clark graduated. You know that.
I will say
she can
this.
still come back.
I will say this. I'm going to be very interested to see what that offense looks like without
Tory Taylor.
No.
And that was fun to watch yesterday. Yeah. Seeing a ton of him.
Coach's son.
Oh, Friends.
Yeah,
Friends' kid is out.
Kid is out. And Cade McNamara is the starting quarterback.
Yes.
There.
Well, like, because somebody about that, and they were saying, like, well, what about Indiana? I'm like, I'm not touching that with a 4-foot stick. Like, no way. I would not. Not yet.
I give him 3 years.
They're talking about, like, the kid Julian Lewis flipping to Indiana. Get real. That kid is not going to go to Hoosierville. No, not happening.
Just real quick, before we end it off here, I want you guys to take some Wisconsin. Because I'm hearing.
You know what? They actually might be a good dark horse, too. I think they can go 9-3, 10-2. I think they can.
They need a quarterback.
They do have a quarterback.
Who?
Tyler Van Dyke.
Yeah. Once again, they need a quarterback.
And they got Tanner Mordecai. They got a couple of quarterbacks.
They don't know how to run that offense.
We'll give them a year.
It took Mordecai, 6 games before he was like, oh, okay.
Well,
and then he broke his hand.
It's Wisconsin. What do they usually do? They run the football. That's the Big Ten for you.
And
That's
they get a tough stretch too in the middle of the year. They got Penn State, Iowa, and Oregon all back to back to back.
Yeah,
Oof.
I think they listen.
Got Penn State at Camp Randall.
Oh, they play Bama too.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be a good year.
I'd say 9-3, 8-4.
No, I just wanted to hear that for my piece, so my friend can shut up.
Clip that.
I'll send it to him.
I'll say this much: overrated. It's going to be Ohio State. You have Will Howard as your quarterback. You are overrated.
I'll say Michigan because I don't even think they should be ranked top 10.
That's true.
That's a better one.
Yeah.
But, but
I see,
you know me.
Yeah.
Screw you, Buckeyes.
All right, Hugo. Sorry, boy. Yeah, I'm feeling the same thing. Fall off a cliff.
I don't necessarily think they're going to fall off a cliff, but I don't think they're
10-2, 9-3.
I say they're unranked after the season.
8-4.
If I can clarify a little bit, maybe like the games they do lose, they lose by like a lot.
Badly.
Yeah, like
I could see that.
Yeah, stuff like that. Maybe they can still put up beat up like
I'll say this.
Michigan or something.
Right.
I'll say this: if Ohio State doesn't donkey stomp them, we could be talking about Ryan Porth not having a job at Ohio State. I mean, Ryan Day.
They're so petty with the team to the north. It's so just grow up. Just say Michigan.
All right, boys. That wraps up our Big Ten talk. Coming up next, guess what? More college football. We're gonna break down the ACC winners, dark horses, overrated. That's coming up next here on Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com.
This is your home for sports.
Long time. Ever, and I mean ever, out looking for good urban food 24/7? Come down to White Palace Grill, located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. White Palace Grill is open 365 days a year since 1939. I personally love the steak and egg dinner, but whether you like burgers for breakfast, steak for lunch, or French toast for dinner, White Palace is the place for you. The diner is a 24-hour urban oasis. Come now, come later. Hey, come now and later. We never close at White Palace Grill, located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. Visit us at whitepalace.com or order with Uber Eats or Grubhub anytime, any day.
Daddy, when you look at me, I could see your wheels turning. About what am I going to be when I grow up? A major league first baseman? Maybe a point guard for a national champion.
The odds of a child becoming a professional athlete are 1 in 16,000. Far-fetched? Maybe. But did you know the odds of a child being diagnosed with autism are 1 in 166? That's right, 1 in 166. To learn the signs of autism, go to autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Go to Lux Barbershop for the best barbers and stylists in Plainfield, Illinois. I go there when I have an important event, date, or I just want to look good. The straight razor shave will have you looking fresh and smooth. Lux Barbershop is open 7 days a week. Go to Lux Barbershop for the finest barbers, stylists, braiders, and massage therapists in the southern suburbs. Check out all their daily deals on Facebook, Instagram, and luxbarbershop.com.
Hi, this is Joe Perry and Steven Tyler of Aerosmith for Red. You know, it's okay to rock and roll and party down. Just don't get in that 2,000-pound bullet when you're done and cocked. And please don't drink and drive. I'm the one that jaded you.
A reminder that friends don't let friends drive drunk. A public service message brought to you by the Ad Council, U.S. Department of Transportation, National Association of Broadcasters, and RAD.
High school sports is here, and SportsOnChicago.com. We are ready to provide the best high school sports live coverage all across Northern Illinois. From the first kickoff of high school football to the final spike of high school volleyball, we at SportsOnChicago.com are ready to bring you high school sports live. SportsOnChicago.com and STC Friday Night Lights in a league of our own.
Going live on YouTube and Twitch. Hashtag greatest little internet show. Going live on all of your YouTube and Twitch. So, Tyler, Andrew, David, and Nick here with you on Blow the Whistle. Happy home because it's finally back, and we cannot be more excited.
Thank goodness.
And we already broke down the SEC and the Big Ten. Now we're going to combine. We're going to talk ACC and the Big 12. Let's start it off with the ACC. Andrew, your favorite in the ACC that could potentially.
Oh boy.
I might. I mean, I don't know. I like the direction they're going in, and I think they're too. They lost a lot. They lost a lot of weapons. I'm confident in the quarterback. I am. I will.
I know you will.
I'll go down like custard, but I think I like Miami, and I'm not too sure on Clemson either.
What about
I don't
NC
know where
State?
they're at.
No.
I got words for NC State too. Don't you worry.
Well, just because your boy's over there.
Yeah, exactly.
This game
Don't fret, mon frere.
has passed Dabo Sweeney by. His
Yes.
absolute reluctance in going into the transfer portal and getting anybody of any significance is going to kick him in his own butt.
He's losing guys. He's not
Yeah.
gaining.
Yeah.
And he thinks he's gaining through recruiting, and he has. He's got that one kid, the Texas kid, the Sammy Brown, the linebacker. He's supposed to be like really talented. Okay, dude, that's a linebacker. You need a quarterback after Klubnik, and you need receivers, which you don't have.
Yeah.
As long as he's not Monte Taylor, I don't want him.
That's supposedly this kid is supposed to be like that. I don't know if he is.
Hey,
I don't want him. I don't want to go to that length. But.
What he gets catfished.
They'll get a documentary on him. Like,
by the way, shout out to him for making fun of himself too.
Yeah, for sure.
For having a little bit to joke around. Just throw that out there. So
I thought that was good.
Just to be real. For me, I'm gonna lean Florida State.
Okay.
I love the coach there. Norvell has got that ship.
He's built the culture.
And exactly has built it. And I think they've got a chip on their shoulder after last year.
Oh yeah. I believe it.
Just ask Rob Brown. He's still pissed.
Oh, I know. You told me.
Next time we talk with
That's
that,
funny.
He fired off. So.
Oh, he's so mad still. But yeah, I think we'll get into dark horses and what have you. I'd probably put Miami too, though. But once
As
again,
a favorite or dark horse?
No, I put Miami. I
like a 1A, 1B, or
1A, 1B kind of thing.
Okay.
I put Miami right there, and if the chips fall the right way, I could totally see Miami because I am a huge Cam Ward fan. The things he was doing at Washington State were phenomenal, and now have like true skill players around you at Miami. That offense is going to be dangerous. It's just if they can shore up that defense.
Yeah, that kid Restrepo, the receiver, Xavier Restrepo, he's an athlete. Like, he's just not a receiver. He can do a lot of different things. He could play DB if he wanted to. He had 8 interceptions his senior year of high school.
What did Miami end with last year?
They were I think 8-4, 9-3. I want to say
8-4. I believe.
And they upgraded to me significantly in quarterback.
Yeah,
Tyler Van Dyke didn't have it.
No, to Cam Ward.
But yet you'll throw Wisconsin.
I gave him 9-3. Did I not say Wisconsin 9-3?
Tyler Van Dyke.
Tyler Van Dyke 9-3 at Miami. Tyler Van Dyke 9-3 at Wisconsin. Same thing.
Miami was 7-6 last year.
7-6. Okay, so they were. Yeah, so they fell. So
we were way off.
Yeah.
Wow.
5-2 at home.
See,
for what it's worth.
That's good though. That's
Hard
like
Rock is a tough place to play.
Coral Gables is it's a rough spot. I mean, it's not the Orange Bowl, mind you. Orange Bowl was their best spot, but I don't know. I can't give it to Florida State just because of everything they lost. And I'm there with you with Clemson.
I see one, and what I'm reading up on. How about Virginia Tech? Just because, again, looking from what I'm reading, it's just a lot of returning starters. They don't have
horse.
Yeah, and they don't play Florida State, Louisville, SMU, or NC State.
I will say this:
they play Miami, but they don't have to go there.
Right,
and then
yeah,
their big one right now is like Clemson.
Blackburn is a thing.
Yeah,
Blackburn is a thing.
They've got a team, and I've got them as my dark horse. Actually,
for me, it's hard to say Florida State is a favorite just because of last year. I mean,
they're gonna have such a chip on their shoulder, dude.
They probably will.
They're gonna have they will have T-shirts underneath their uniforms.
Uyunglele hasn't proven me a lot or much.
He looked great at Oregon State last year. He
didn't look bad.
He looked really good with not great compliments around him.
But for him, I mean, to me, this will be the big test for him of what kind of quarterback he really is. If he can make that step up with a team like Florida State.
For me, let DJ do his thing.
Yeah.
If you let DJ do his thing, he's a much better quarterback than you trying to. This is the offense. This is how you have to run the offense.
That was the problem at Clemson.
Yeah.
They were trying to make him into something that he wasn't. They're like, we need you to be Deshaun Watson. Well, I'm not Deshaun Watson. I'm DJ. Like, let me be my own quarterback. That's why Debo, like you said, he's behind on the times. I fall by the wayside with Clemson. I think they're going to be like an 8-4, 7-5 team.
And I like Miami as a dark horse. Because I do like Cam Ward. I'm not gonna lie. Before, I mean, when the rumors were swirling around,
horse though.
I mean,
to
you
win
look,
the national title,
they're
yeah.
to win the national title, yeah.
Team total is 9.5. So.
Yeah. I'd put him as a dark horse. You can say that.
You can kind of, yeah.
The whole ACC is a dark horse.
I was about to say, I'm looking at these. I'm looking at it all across the board.
Yeah,
it's not like they're not handing anybody. They're
No.
still giving like 3 or 4 other teams like 10% chance to win.
We
the
made the
conference.
Duke Blue
This guy-
Conference will eat each other.
I'm telling you right now. No,
that could be the
no,
guy.
no,
I'm just kidding. I'm just throwing a name out there.
Who's their new head coach?
I don't even know.
I can tell you.
Who is it?
Former Penn State defensive coordinator.
Mm.
I agree with you, Grant.
Yes.
And
You brought it up.
Andrew and I are on the same page. NC State to me is that dark horse. They've got a legitimate quarterback.
They got the greatest quarterback in college football history, baby.
Wait a minute,
My man.
Wait a minute. Pick a lane, dude. Is DJ the greatest or is
I never
Grayson
said DJ was
McCall?
the greatest. I like DJ. I like DJ.
I don't know if you said that.
I love
Don't pick a
Grayson
lane
McCall.
right on the shoulder, baby.
Yeah, exactly. Like they do in Chicago here, going down on the shoulder.
No.
I love Grayson
I will
McCall,
say, no,
baby.
NC State, I think with him over there, that could be
Everything
fun
that
too.
I've heard out of NC State too is like the coaches absolutely love him.
Because he knows the offense. Like from day one, they're like, here's the book. He's like, okay, I know what I'm doing.
Is he a senior or super senior?
Super senior.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Mm,
Feels like I've been hearing his name forever.
Why he didn't do this last year and go to like Kentucky or LSU, but that worked out.
I mean, it
for
would have
you,
been
so.
cool if Coastal Carolina could have been something big, but it was just it's hard to get people to go
No,
there.
Smile, you better be real deal. I swear to God. I swear to God.
NC State comes out
I
of
tried
nowhere, goes on to
recruiting for you, LSU. Remember that. I tweeted at the kids so much.
You know, Baton Rouge is a very nice place to go to school. C'est bon.
Nick, what do you like for dark horse?
Yeah, I would have to probably go back to what I was saying earlier with Virginia Tech.
I like that.
That would probably
That's
be
not
the
bad.
way to go.
I like that.
I'm
Like I
just-
said, very lightly reading up on what it says. It's just they like the quarterback, possibly even as a dark horse Heisman, but that's probably
He is.
that's a stretch. That's just what I was reading.
No.
It's just-
That is a fair note to make because he is extremely. Knowles, I think, is his name. He's really talented.
I had it right here for just a second. Where did it go? Yeah, it's back. The quarterback. Kyron Drones.
Drones.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh,
Yeah.
Did you hear that name?
So like I said, they don't have to play Florida State, Louisville, SMU, or NC State. They're having Miami at home, and then their only like big game like to focus on would probably be Clemson.
Yeah.
So that's every team needs one of those like prove it games or something like that to get in there. That would definitely be it. They're hovering around 8.5 wins. I mean, it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
I will say this: Virginia Tech is a sentimental for me.
Hangman Adam Page, baby.
Not just that, but former Penn State defensive coordinator Pry is their head coach, and he's slowly turning that Virginia Tech
They've
into
flipped
something again.
They've flipped a lot of the local guys in, and that's important.
Yeah, because Penn State used to go down there and just rate them.
You're getting
rate
the
Virginia.
Virginia kids to buy in, and that's what really helps that team a lot. And they look
he's
good.
also bringing back a lot of the Bruce Smith.
Yeah.
Mike Vick. He's bringing all those guys back into the
Tyrod's
family.
visited. A lot of the old VTech guys are coming back to pay tribute to the team. So
what about the Big 12? Let's move on to the Big 12. Favorites, dark horses, overrated.
This shouldn't even be like we
I
put
mean,
it
do we
in
go
here
ahead
to
and all
talk-
say Utah?
Yeah, it's Utah and nobody even close.
They just gave them all trucks. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was nuts.
Do you disagree, Andrew?
I like Kansas State.
Why?
He says meek and mildly. No, I do. I
just like the way you said it.
I like
I
Kansas
understand.
State.
I
Yeah.
understand that it's like Kansas State is there,
Right.
but like Utah. First off, would you agree that if Cam Rising can stay healthy,
That's my biggest problem is that
it's a non. Well,
he's got to stay healthy, and I don't know if
don't
that
they have
offense.
don't they have the pig farmer too?
No, he's gone. Remember,
The pig farmer left.
I think Bryson Barnes is gone.
What?
I'm pretty sure he
Hold up.
left.
Let me see.
I think he transferred out. Even if he plays, I
no.
still don't feel like that would be enough.
Where is he?
Bryson quarterback. Yeah, he transferred.
Bryson Barnes.
Or Bryce Barnes, something like
Bryce
that.
Barnes.
Something Barnes. Cowboy Barnes. I don't know. No. If Cameron Rising can stay healthy, yeah, he's a good quarterback, obviously. But I mean, he hasn't running back. Yeah, they got a couple of guys, and receiver wise, there's a few dudes there, but like nobody that really pops off the page.
He went to Utah State.
Did he go to Utah? That's
Bryson
awesome.
Barnes, yeah.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
so-
Okay, I'll just put this out there as my argument. There's no team in the Big 12 that's going to have a defense like Utah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm just more curious.
Yeah, give me a team who you think's going to have as good a defense as Utah.
I think Kansas State could.
Stop!
I think they could. Kansas could too. Kansas might have the best duo in terms of cornerbacks in that conference.
And that's why they're my sleeper.
Kansas State or Kansas?
It's not
Kansas.
Okay.
I'll be very honest
I think
with
both
you.
those Kansas schools could challenge Utah for the Big 12.
If Jalen Daniels stays healthy and plays the entire year, that team could make some noise.
Is Colorado on any CBS games this year? Or is
Colorado's going to be on TV a lot because of Prime.
Okay, that's. I mean,
I can't even put them as an overrated because they're just trash.
Are you okay?
I only make the
over
CBS reference.
Andrew's about to have an aneurysm.
Yeah,
I think something's about to pop out of my eye. My God.
You don't like the Colorado?
No.
CBS guy.
I'm going to be honest with you. The rumors
I
are
think they're going to go 6-6.
The rumors are that if Napier poo-poos the bed in Florida this year,
yeah,
Prime's headed to Florida.
That's probably where he wants to be, right? It's his alma mater. Or
His alma mater is Florida
Oh,
State,
okay.
Which
Sorry.
would
he
be
wanted that
huge.
job. But in fairness, he wasn't credentialed enough to get that Florida State job by any means. So now his resume might have been built up. I think they go 6-6. Colorado's not. They've had too much noise. There's too much going on there. The article that came out from Athlon Sports, which, my God, if that is all legit, it's like a real life GTA over there. Guys are beating each other up because they're not paying dues and stuff. That's ridiculous. That is lack of institutional control.
Will that obviously will that harm like Shadale Sanders' chance for the Heisman?
Shador Sanders.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He'll be up there, I'm sure.
I hate to say this, but I think he's one of the most overrated quarterbacks in college football.
Okay.
There's a lot of people that would agree with that.
I 100% agree
I'm like
with you on that.
I'm on the line. I think he's got talent. I
has-
just don't know.
Once again, top tier backup quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
NFL is what I see him.
You're better
as.
than Quincy Carter.
The real star of that team that needs everybody. You want a dark horse for Heisman?
Travis Hunter.
Boom.
Yeah.
Travis
Probably.
Hunter.
He's the best athlete.
Has he decided
in
which
football.
one position he's playing?
Nope, he's playing both.
Both again?
He's
Crazy.
playing both.
He's going to kill himself.
He's going to kill himself, but if he puts up numbers and stays healthy,
He'll die a Heisman.
He hits 1,000
Charles
yards receiving, 10
it's
touchdowns.
Charles Woodson all
Yeah.
over again.
Yeah.
No, that's a fair point. It's just
I mean, look it up. I mean, I'd love to know what I might have
Travis
sprinkle
Hunter.
a little
I think he was
something.
5th last time I checked. I can take it.
Really?
He's in the top 5.
No.
Yeah. Because he's
up there.
of the athleticism he's got.
I mean, for what you're saying, sounds
Yeah.
like Otani is back there.
He's the Otani
Well,
of college
And that's why
football.
everybody's got him so highly rated in
Yeah.
terms of drafting him too. Like everybody thinks he's going to be a top 10 pick. I don't know if he should be, but it all depends. Look, he's 175 pounds soaking wet. He's got to be able to stay healthy.
I just recently saw a snippet of a mock draft. They have Shador going 4 to Tennessee.
Yeah, that's the
First off,
pre-draft stuff.
that doesn't.
That's asinine.
I have a request.
I might get to.
Hey, Grant, you want to come in here and tell us why we should believe in Oklahoma State? I figured as much.
Can you do it without mentioning the name Ollie Gordon though?
Shador Sanders plus 3,500 for the Heisman. I'm trying to look for Travis Hunter plus 5,000.
That's 50 to 1.
Yeah.
50 to 1, yeah.
It's still not bad.
I would sprinkle a little on that.
It's a fun long shot.
I threw $1.
Yeah.
Give the people a reason why to
Let 'em
believe in
know.
Oklahoma State for the Big 12 champions this year.
So one of the reasons that everybody talks about is because the obvious Texas and Oklahoma left. So the big favorites are gone. And 2 of the past 3 years, Oklahoma State's made the Big 12 title game. Granted, one of the years was out of nowhere this past year. 2021, consistently one of the best teams in not only the Big 12, but in college football itself. But I would say 2 big reasons why, or 3 big reasons why. One of them is Ollie Gordon. You guys are talking about Heisman. You guys are talking about Travis Hunter, Shedeur Sanders. Ollie Gordon is coming off a Doak Walker season. He's arguably
favorite of all
arguably the best running back in the nation.
Yeah,
and he should be the favorite again for that award. And he is arguably the best running back in the nation right now. Secondly, Nick Martin and the defense. You guys are talking about Utah, which is another defense that's like Utah in the Big 12. I would argue Oklahoma State is a top defense in the Big 12 as well. And then thirdly, I know you guys aren't going to like this. I don't like him as well, but Mike Gundy is what it is.
I love Mike Gundy. What are you talking about?
He's a top 10 coach in college football. He has a top 10 winning percentage, even though a lot of Oklahoma State fans want him gone, just like Cowboys fans with Jason Garrett when he was taken to the playoffs and whatnot. But I will say Gundy, for all bad he does and why Oklahoma State fans don't like him, he is indeed a really good head coach.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Who's your QB1?
QB1 will probably be Alan Bowman. There is a kid from Nebraska. He was a 3 or 4 star named Zane Flowers.
Yes.
God, you got Bowman.
Yeah, if Bowman kind of sucks, I honestly see the
Flowers is good.
Flowers kid coming in and taking over.
Here's the thing about
Gary Rangel is not it. I'm sorry. He is not it.
I was gonna say your other dude is not getting that spot.
I will say this: if Bowman can stay healthy, he's a dude.
He can sling it.
He's consistent.
He's a dude.
I don't see a ceiling where he can become Sanders or he can become even Cam Rising in the Big 12. Because honestly, I would put Rising before him. 26-year-old Cam Rising. I mean, Bowen's not that much younger, but like still.
No, I get where you're coming from.
Honestly, his ceiling is game manager type level.
But that's all he really has to do.
He honestly has to do. Yeah,
he's got the gun.
Yeah.
So if they go. And that once again, health is always a concern,
right? And then, that's the thing; you got to stay healthy. So,
and he had his bell rung so many times at Texas Tech that I feel bad for the kid.
Yeah.
So I kind of do root for him.
That's also another thing. I believe Oklahoma State has the best line O line in the Big 12.
I'd agree with that.
It's the most experienced O line in the country too.
Yeah.
So.
They haven't lost anybody.
All right,
They've
so
all been starters for like the last 2 years now.
Cowboys.
And look, if Cam Rising gets hurt, Utah takes a hit. I don't know where Arizona's going to be at. Arizona State's in the plopper, right? I mean, everybody.
What happens when you fire a coach on the field, you idiot?
Right. I mean, there's a lot of teams now in the Big 12, obviously, but the ones that everybody's looking at to be like the stars and the studs, they're one player away from possibly being like, oh, now we're back to being like a 500 team. Like it's that easy all of a sudden.
Last one, just really quick. You said Ollie Gordon 75-1 for Heisman, so pretty good.
All right.
There's another fun one to sprinkle.
So tough for a running back in this.
He has the ability to hit 2,000 yards.
Yeah, I was going to say he's going to have to hit 2.
He hits 2,000 yards. He gets 20 touchdowns, and he could do it because he's a runner.
Would that be 2,000 straight rushing or all purpose?
It has to be rushing.
I would say right. Well, I could even see all purpose.
It's going to have to be around. But
he's
going to have to be around.
Is
30.
he really? Would you consider him to be like a good ball catcher out of the backfield? Because I've seen him more as a runner than anything.
Yeah. I think the biggest downfall probably for Ollie Gordon is that offense coordinator Casey Dunn, because dude, I can draw plays better than Casey Dunn. He catches screen passes. He's caught a couple. It's not a
it's not like his favorite thing. Honestly.
Yeah, it's not like a DeAndre Swift type of thing.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, he can catch. He's versatile. He can catch balls out of the backfield. He can catch balls like going down the seam and stuff like that. Doesn't really do it all that much, but he can do it.
Right.
But yeah, if Ollie's not going, like, offense just stand still.
Yeah. Grant.
Lost everything.
That is going to finish up our college football talk, even though it wasn't enough. We go off.
A group of 4, whatever they are now.
We go off the rails, baby. Next on Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com.
I have a dream. Yes, we can.
Celebrating those that continue to inspire this Black History Month.
Those who tell us that we can't, we will respond with yes, we can. SportsTownChicago.com.
Take that exit and get to the Southern Cafe, home of the Nasty Biscuit on Roselle Road in Roselle. Get over there and try the chicken fried chicken biscuit made with the Southern Cafe's house-made drop biscuit with buttermilk chicken fried chicken smothered in country gravy, topped with shredded cheddar and crumbled hickory smoked bacon. I always say that when you go to the Southern Cafe, you come out with 2 meals with the heaping amounts of food they serve you in every meal. I love to go to a place with outdoor seating. The Southern Cafe has a great outdoor seating area to help social distance, and I get to enjoy my breakfast outdoors. Open 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. to give you plenty of time to grab an amazing breakfast or lunch. Now get your butt over to the Southern Cafe on Roselle Road.
Hello?
It's speed walking day.
Dorothy? You're breaking up.
Did I mention we'd be slowing down when we pass the court where those fine brothers play ball?
I heard that. Reduce your risk of cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and stroke. Get active, eat right, and maybe even run into Mr. Right. Isn't sisterhood beautiful? For more information, go to everydaychoices.org. Brought to you by the American Cancer Society, the American Diabetes Association, the American Heart Association, the Ad Council, and this station.
Alert! Alert! Be gone, maxed out credit cards, overdue loans, suffocating interest rates, and relentless collection agencies. If your credit rating is making you and others around you cringe, there's only one thing to do, and that's to turn to the professionals at Creative Credit Solutions. Even if your credit is less than perfect, we'll help you get back on track. You can do it, and we can help. Call today or visit creativecreditsolutions.net for your free credit check report.
Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com. Mondays and Fridays from 2 to 3 p.m. as we talk NFL.
The game plan was really sound.
The quarterback league. It has been. It still is.
Franchise-defining quarterbacks.
College football.
Will Jim Harbaugh make it through the season as Michigan's head coach?
Some more Big Ten talk.
And here's some things you wouldn't expect.
I would have never expected that.
Get all of that and more on Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com.
Blow the Whistle.
Going off the rails.
The train!
Yeah, we're going off the rails today here on Blow the Whistle on YouTube and Twitch. SportsTownChicago.com.
You want to say Facebook so bad.
I do. I don't know why. All aboard. Too bad Tilo wasn't out there. I can yell at him again to get me the login. He's gone. Oh, yes. We are doing Off the Rails here on Blow the Whistle. Still here with you. Tyler, Nick, David, and Andrew. Blow the Whistle. If you guys, you know what? We can try to make this. Oh, no, they can't really. Never mind. I'm trying to see how we can bring in the listeners for this, but they can't really. But I will tell you, after this, we're doing your Killing Me Smalls. Send us your Killing Me Smalls that's made you think just raving and whatnot on anything sports related or not sports related. You can message us in our Facebook,
there you go,
in our Twitch and YouTube chat, or you can message us on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at BlowTWhistle1. Maybe that's why, because I always start with Facebook when I dish it to the socials.
It's okay.
All right.
You know what? People, send us your questions and comments, things like that. We want to hear from you guys.
Yeah, we got to do a little
We'll do that for email us for Off the Rails. Let us know.
At blowtwhistleradio@gmail.com.
Exactly.
There you go.
Send a bird to IMS. Carrier pigeon. with a tape to
hold up the finger.
I was in Debo's pigeon coop.
All of a sudden, you hear a pigeon just hit the window. You got mail. Any of you guys catch the Hard Knocks episode?
Yes. Oh, yes, I
haven't watched
What'd you think
it.
of
I
it?
have not watched it yet.
You have not. So do we not?
When?
I don't need.
When?
You guys?
When should I have had time today?
I don't know. You like to watch stuff while you're driving.
Get me in trouble, man.
While driving, I
You
said.
gotta get you in trouble.
Eat soup in your car and then just.
Just gonna have a movie night in my
Sounds
car.
like it.
Have beef stroganoff.
Yeah.
Hard knocks and stroganoff in the car.
That's what champions do.
He asked me for a portable air fryer. I was wondering if it. Yeah, now it makes more sense.
You know what? People make TikToks of cooking in their car.
It's crazy. That's absolutely
People
crazy.
also
This
make
is-
TikToks of other things going on in their car.
Yeah.
This is the
I don't
lesser
know what
version of
website
van
you're on.
life. That's what this is. The lesser version of van life.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I could live out of my car. I really could.
You got some space back there.
Yeah.
True.
Fold down the seats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The goal is always to
See?
buy a big bus, like a school bus, and then just get all the seats and just rent it out of there.
Emily and I have talked about
Yeah.
like you redoing the inside, and it's like a mini home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can have like the roof.
You mean
like
an
a-
RV?
Yeah, on paper.
I
it
know
sounds
exactly
awesome.
what you're thinking. Don't even say it.
You're not going. No.
Would that be a regular size home for you? What?
Go for the smaller school bus or the regular school bus? I knew it. It's right there. It's right there.
And live on the street.
Yeah, I don't know what you said, but I remember it wasn't even 15 minutes after 10.
That's true.
I don't know. I
Oh
forgot
yeah, it was so early in the day. I forgot about it.
I know, days
I
were
apologize, sir. That I'll have to.
long. Sorry
not-
for cussing.
What? So I won't joke with you on Friday.
All right, that's
You know why?
I won't see you Friday.
Exactly. You said
All right,
I
tomorrow.
get a joke. No, you said I get a joke a day.
So you used to. So you can't go tomorrow.
No,
Yes.
I can't go Friday.
No.
That
that's
doesn't
not how
count.
it
Though. You don't
works.
see him on Friday.
No, it goes tomorrow.
It has to be when you see him.
No, there was no litigation in this.
It's in the contract.
Yeah, it is.
You
Set
do
in
not have to
stone.
be present for me to crack a joke. By the way,
Exactly. We're gonna
should
see-
we tell them and tell our listening audience what's going to happen if I lose parlay via parlay?
All the time. Go for it.
You want me
What
to
do you
say
have
it?
to do
Yeah,
now?
go ahead.
I have been
No.
volunteered to SWAT. Here, hold on. Let me quote it how our boy Rob Brown.
Okay, you said
Tweeted it.
SWAT, so
Hold
I
on.
was like,
There,
that's a tease.
3 paddles.
oh, okay. My mind went to like you were gonna call SWAT on him.
I
Like,
was as coach
That's illegal.
as the Rob Brown show
Mhm.
words it. We've elected to donate one of your paddle swats on one of those rosy red double deep cheeks. So I gotta.
If I lose,
That was this. Or
No.
Okay, good. I don't want to see your ass.
no one wants to see
Oh, is it like their signatures?
their
Yeah.
signatures on top and then
Yeah.
bet for the cycle underneath.
I forgot how big it
God.
is,
It is humongous.
but it's dope.
I sat with him
Ask
for.
Andrew what kind of music he played while I was getting
We
tattooed.
played,
Oh, man,
we
that-
played
that-
Kenny G while he was getting his tattoo done. I didn't. I said it as a joke, and our boy Julio. Shout out to our boy Julio Gomez.
Speaking
who did
of which,
the tattoo.
I'm due
I
for
mean, it looked
some
really
morning.
good. I mean, it probably took like what,
Yeah.
3 hours, 3 or 4 hours?
It took like 4 or 5.
No,
Wow.
it did not.
Yeah, it did.
It took an hour and a half once he got started.
Really?
Well, yeah, but it took in total probably like close to like 4 hours for the
Us
whole
getting
thing.
there, him prepping and everything.
It took a while.
I remember you guys. I forgot where I was, but you FaceTimed me for it.
Yeah.
I might have.
Tender.
So yeah, I got to swat David's ass with a paddle. Now, who supplies the paddle?
I will let you use my paddle, which is a fraternity paddle.
Okay. I just wanted to make
Glad he
sure.
cleared that up.
Yeah.
I guess you get multiple uses
It's
out
not
of
going to
it.
happen. We're going to win parlay.
Fair enough.
That is.
Say that as you're swatting them.
Yeah, exactly.
I love you, David.
No. You gotta.
Love you. No. This is what this hurts me more than it hurts.
And then I'm
you.
like, just kidding.
And then, yeah, you say ow as you're swinging. Ow. What? Ow. Just one. Tyler.
No, it's hurting my hands.
This is for all the jokes, you son of a double D. I was just
Well,
like,
now who's hitting Brandon?
I get to paddle somebody because I get to paddle Brandon.
Ah. So he's kind of screwed.
I get all the fun, producer.
He either gets paddled or he doesn't.
See, I was the one that stepped up when it came to the tattoo, though. They were doing semi-permanent, and they were going to design it themselves, and it would have to be on our bodies for however long it lasted. And I popped on air and said, if I'm getting a tattoo, it's going to be real. And Cody and Rob went, whoa.
You could do the inner lip tattoo. That only lasts like a month or so if you get it really done. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not one for
you just and the taste of ink for 3 days.
I've been asked not to do anything from the neck up.
Fair enough. Cody Rhodes. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes rule.
I don't want that.
Yeah, that's fair. I wouldn't. At least me personally, I don't want anything.
So we all missed Hard Knocks besides us two. That was it.
Well, who were the Bears fans here?
Fair enough.
Well, still, but
I
who
want to watch? It's just I didn't have any time to.
You don't want to see Joe Burrow
I
throw
was-
picks in practice.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I was in my sadness.
I'll leave this. I'll give you not gonna give you the one opportunity.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna open.
I'm not.
Jalen
I'm committed to Joe Burrow.
Jalen Johnson is gonna be the man this year. I can't wait.
Yeah, he's out for vengeance.
Yeah.
He looks good.
The Tory
He's pissed that he didn't get top 100.
Yeah.
It was good to
yeah.
Hard Knocks with the GMs
I
being
did see
involved and
that.
stuff like that.
I saw a little bit of that.
For me, I think I got soured after episode 2. Not their fault. It was just very.
Yeah, I mean, everyone even said like episode 2 was a little underwhelming, but everyone loved episode 3.
I'll have to go home. Man, look at that.
No, episode-
Something to watch.
No,
tonight
I'd recommend. I mean,
while I'm home alone.
I thought it was interesting during the game that I didn't realize Caleb's
yeah.
the coach com or what do they call it? It was going in and out.
Yeah.
So during that whole time that the offense wasn't looking great and people were like, what are these plays?
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't hear.
He couldn't hear Waldron at all.
Yeah.
So he was just
Not
kind
an
of
excuse, but just
No. But it was just like it was
makes
interesting.
It makes more sense than why the plays looked like they did and why they came out the way they did.
Because I think he was
too, because that then shows that Waldron's offense clearly then clicks and works with Caleb.
I'm not gonna lie, because that game
that's a plus.
I
That's a
was
big
like,
plus.
what are you guys running?
So that game you also saw all 4 elements in the same day. I'm surprised there wasn't snow on the ground by the end of it. It's like, a little bit of rain. It was sunny. And there was probably like wicked hot all at the same time. And then got cold. It got on like 60.
I know
Do you live in Boston? Wicked hot. It was wicked hot over there.
God, that accent.
I love it.
Like unbelievable.
Oh, it's. I don't know.
That's the thing that no
Is
one's
she?
talking.
No offense, but is she a love slut? Like, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Is she just that person that needs somebody there to validate her and?
So you're saying
her
clingy?
Her love.
A person that's like addicted to relationships. Yeah. There
Might
I've
be-
seen
might be
plenty
the
of people
case,
like that
yeah.
before, where they can't be by themselves.
How many divorces
Yeah.
has she gone through?
At least 4.
I think more than that.
She beats you.
Wow. Yowzers. Bang.
I
Now
gotta
you
give
can't
him
have one on
that. That was
Friday.
good. That was good.
No, nothing on Friday. You can't do that on Friday.
I can't even be mad at it.
No.
But see, this is what he does.
Yeah.
Like I'll say
I
stuff
wait.
and it's funny, and
He's like Rambo hiding in the mud.
And then all
when
of a
you
sudden-
walk by, he comes to get you.
crotch punch.
That was so good.
That was,
dude.
that was piano wire around the neck.
Yeah, that was good.
That was so good.
And when he says them, I can't even get mad at him because they're so good.
I don't want to derail it too much, but I saw one that
That's
was
the
kinda,
same as
That's the name. That's why we have.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's actually true.
It's off the rails, man.
Joint practices. I just saw, Aaron Rodgers complaining about it, and I saw
Yeah,
John Harbaugh.
I actually
kind of counter it and say, like, if two teams come in and say, hey, if they're both coming in with the same idea of like, hey, let's get work done, it can be productive. But then Aaron Rodgers kind of like, well, we can't do this today and we can't do that today. Is it really helpful? I don't know. So I just thought
Such a complaint.
joint practices.
I actually get where Aaron Rodgers is coming
I
from.
kind of am too, a little
Really?
bit. A little bit.
He's
50-50.
saying, "Are we going to show all our best stuff in a joint practice?" No.
Right.
So I kind of get. Is it helping? Maybe not.
So it's kind of like
You're
getting
but
real
it's-
game
you're getting
experience
reps.
at least, if anything.
Right.
Yeah.
The trade-off of, do you want to play against new guys,
Get
other
'em.
competition,
He's
or
right there.
do you want to have the practices that you want?
Hey,
Yeah,
Tilo,
Hey, Tilo.
how's the Facebook coming along? What?
We don't have
We don't have a
Oh.
page. Okay.
Yeah, see how it goes.
Do you have fun at
Starting
the
from
Cubs
the
game?
ground up.
I don't know. Yeah, probably not.
I'm gonna say no off his video.
Yeah.
That was great. But yeah, I mean, the joint practice, I could see where he's coming from because
That was one of the least insulting things I've heard Aaron Rodgers come out of Aaron Rodgers' mouth.
Everyone's ready to make a
That says
mountain.
something. Yeah.
Everyone makes a mountain out of a molehill about whatever he says. So whether justified or not.
Saying that Russell Wilson should start over Justin. I'm like, did you watch that game? Did you watch that?
They should trade Russell Wilson to Minnesota so he can start over Sam Darnold. That's the suggestion I heard today.
You know what? I
Go
wouldn't
for
be.
it.
Steelers
There
should
was a
just
guy.
tank it.
There was actually a guy on BetQL, Marash,
Yeah.
said that he wouldn't be surprised. The odds on it are awesome. That one of those two will be starting for a different team at some point in the season, and I went, it's not a bad take.
Quarterbacks, you have none.
I don't like either one of them at this point. Like
Love Justin.
Kyle Allen might be maybe a better option at this point. I don't know.
Wow.
What?
That's
I don't.
hurtful.
Well,
That's cold.
Well,
He's starting.
All right, boys.
Oh yeah, he is in Philly.
yeah, he's in Philly.
Let's get this train back on the track as we just went off the rails a little bit. New fun segment that it's because we named it. It's official. But coming up next, it's our greatest segment in all of entertainment. That's right. It's time for You're Killing Me Smalls, where we get to rant and rave about anything that's been going on in sports, outside of sports, just anything that has made us saying, You're Killing Me Smalls. And if you guys have one, you guys can send us to in our chat on our YouTube and Twitch on Sports Sound Chicago, or you can also message them to us on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at BlowTWhistle1, BLOWTWHISTLE1. Greatest segment ever coming up next on Blow the Whistle on SportsSoundChicago.com.
This is your home for sports. SportsTownChicago.com.
Joe's Hot Dogs has been around since 1953, but I promise it's not old news. You don't have to like hot dogs to like Joe's on Plainfield Road in Joliet. Italian beef, hot dogs, shakes, and sides. My family's had a relationship with Joe's Hot Dogs for 3 generations. Golden fries with a tad bit of salt and the perfect amount of crunch come in a bag as big as your hand. And that's just a small. For more on the menu, visit joeshotdogsjoliet.com, bringing that classic Chicago flavor to the suburbs. That's Joe's Hot Dogs across from CVS on Plainfield Road in Joliet.
At the football game, Jim shows the telltale signs of being wasted. He starts flexing for the camera. He refers to his muscles as gunboats. He screams, "How's this for a halftime show?" Jim streaks the field.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many to drive. But what if you've had just one too many to drive? Never underestimate just a few. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, the Ad Council, and this station.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and Windy City News Radio.
The Illinois Center for Broadcasting is now the Illinois Media School. We've been an institution in the Chicagoland area now for 30 years. Because the broadcasting world is always changing, so are we. Not only are we teaching radio and television production, but now you can learn all aspects of the media industry, like web design. You can even specialize in TV or film, sports broadcasting, and even sales. No matter where you are in the Chicagoland area, we have a campus near you. The Illinois Media School. Be on TV, be on radio, beonair.com.
Maybe that was money. Tell me that wasn't money.
Yo, check us out. We are the go-to guys. I'm your boy Space.
I'm your boy MC.
Check us out every Thursday
from 4 to 5 p.m.
We spitting all facts, all sports, all day.
Yes, sir. Who else you gonna go to in the clutch?
Lillard, long range three. And it's good!
Keeping you up to date with all the latest sports news.
We are
the go-to guys.
Where else you gonna get all your sports news from?
You know,
SportsTownChicago.com.
You're killing me, Smalls!
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This time for You're Killing Me Smalls. Oh, I can't do that. Here on Blow the Whistle.
You can.
Just res a Twizzler.
I tried. I don't usually do much of a grunt.
He's gonna go home tonight, and Emily's gonna be like, "Are you okay?" I can't talk.
I'm fine.
You gotta warm up the voice, man.
I know I didn't do that before.
That's why I
How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow?
I do a lot of that, and I do a lot of singing before I get here. That's why I
New
make sure
York.
the voice is nice. Yeah.
Andrew sings.
Yeah, you got to warm it up.
It just makes me want to do karaoke even more now.
Karaoke?
Have you never heard anybody say that?
No.
Seriously?
Karaoke?
I've heard that.
I've never heard of that. I was curious.
I've heard karaoke too.
Karaoke?
How about karaoke?
Like
Never heard
karaoke
of
around
that
Halloween
one.
time.
That's where my mind went.
Karaoke is when you go to a local bar and they're doing karaoke.
Oh.
And the locals get up there. Let's sing some Willie Nelson.
I'll do screamioke. I'll do screamo on karaoke.
Oh, I've been there for some of those. That guy's like, I've seen the video with the guy that does Down with the Sickness, and he can't get that out right.
I saw one too where
That's
guys were doing the metal, and the guy
yes.
that has the speaker got mad. He goes, "You're not respecting the equipment. Get out of here!" And he got mad at the whole bar. He's like, "I come in here, you guys tip me $5 a night." It's just you're just having a whole day. He was having
guys.
Yeah.
I'll go right now if you want me to. I'll bring it up.
Yeah.
All right. I'll bring it up.
You want to?
I'll bring it up.
That is a good one.
It's a sad day.
It is a sad day.
Truly.
for our IMS grad, TJ Necker.
Oh, geez.
Unpack with the neck.
Absolutely.
And all of a sudden, I'm on blow the whistle for some reason. And I don't know why.
Working on that one there, folks.
So our boy TJ Knacker, love you to death, my man. Posted 4 years because he has the second best beard in the business. Don't you say it, Andrew. I might have to grow mine out now, just in
honor of
TJ,
his beard.
Yeah, I gotta I gotta ask Monica first, but I might. Wow. TJ had to go and have a procedure today.
Yes.
This was the before picture. Can you see it?
No, sorry. So
he's in, and we wish him all the best.
Well, to be fair, everyone kind of treats it like a hotel. So
To be fair.
To be fair.
I love that.
little vacation.
I got a quick one. I kind of towards myself for getting a little too amped up about Simone Biles wearing the Packers related coat or jacket, whatever it was, at Soldier Field.
Because you heard the explanation on Hard Knocks yesterday.
I did.
Okay.
And
Meatball.
she wasn't even thinking about it. She ended up taking the jacket off. So I was like, okay. I mean, obviously, simple mistake. But my whole thing earlier was just be a little more aware, Green Bay Packers.
Meatball.
Leave me alone. Anyways, to myself, Tyler Buterbaugh, for jumping the gun on Simone Biles wearing the Green Bay Packers jacket. I give myself a big old.
You're killing me, Smalls.
See, I own up to it.
Just supporting our man's.
Thank
Just supporting our
you.
man's.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well Thank you.
You had a follow up. I'll have a follow up on my on it too. But yeah, from Monday, the flag football QB is doubling down.
Oh my God.
Doubling down. Continuing to say, "Hey, I'm better than Pat." Different type of football. This is flag football.
Yeah.
So the 36-year-old flag 5'7", 140 pounds. I know it's. I don't want to shame anybody on size and on weight and stature or nothing, but I don't know. It's
Bigger,
it's
stronger,
so crazy.
actually professional football player.
Yeah. So I'm still sticking with what I'm saying, just to continue to go out there and be like, yeah, I'm better. I'm better at you, and you can still qualify by saying like, yeah, I'm better at flag football. You're not.
Yeah.
You're not. So yes, to the flag football QB, still doubling down. I'm gonna have to go in and give you the old.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Yeah. Still not worth the time.
I just where does he think this is he's gonna win the job?
You go get Tyreek Hill's water and enjoy it. That's it. You be quiet.
Keep playing in the flag
Water
football
boy.
men's men's
Water
league, please. Keep playing against Mexico and Japan and all those other teams
And losing
too. By the way, yeah, they've been getting slapped. So, dude, learn
Sit there and tell me it's a different. It's a game I played in gym class.
I was a starting quarterback at Mississippi Valley JUCO. I was so good.
I was on Last Chance U.
I will tell you were not.
I was on Last Chance U, man.
I was in the Bishop Sycamore
Did you
documentary.
see me? I was standing on the sidelines.
What up, Sonar?
I was standing on the sidelines when that one dude got tackled in that one frame. Did you see me? Yeah. I was drinking the Gatorade.
So I want to do one for all. At least I think me and Andrew, if you guys want to, just really quick because we only got a little bit of time left.
Yeah.
To the NCAA. The blue hell is week 0.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It comes before one.
Just stop. Stop. Call it week 1. It's fine. You don't have to have marquee games. It's fine. We don't care. We don't care.
Yeah.
I don't know why they even make a week 0.
I don't know.
To
Yeah.
me,
Why?
It's like
Zero
it's a
means nothing.
preseason, but it still counts on your record. And then
No, because if it was preseason, Florida would be playing like Florida in that international. Or Florida State
it's
would
like
be playing
only some schools can play in week 0.
I don't like.
Hey,
I don't
you better
get it.
watch that because Florida A&M would whip Florida State's ass at band.
I'm more on the side of they're not because they do week 0. That sets a back a week for comparing it to the NFL. So like when NFL's on week 14, they're still on week 13. So wait, just make it equal. Just make it the same.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. 100%.
Maybe that's the reason.
Confusing.
That I'm telling you, that's why the NCAA did it. Well, we got to make it week 0. We don't want to be the same as the NFL.
Well, it should be.
Yeah.
Like make it much easier.
Yeah, don't be like the NFL, the one who's making billions and billions of dollars, right?
Trying to, I don't know, market into Europe.
Yeah, they're just trying.
They're trying.
Although I don't want to see the University of Louboutin take on, the University of Tennessee.
This is hard to get around yards in there.
I will be very honest with you. I'm going to be
Webber is your quarterback.
I'm going to be very interested to see how many people show up for this game in Ireland without Notre Dame being there.
That's going to be a tough sell.
Yeah, how dumb is that?
If they can sell out the Colts and the Patriots, I think they can do.
But that is a professional team, though. You got to keep that in mind.
Is it really? Is it?
The Colts are.
Yeah. Taylor was there.
They had Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
Minshew Magic.
It's going to be hard when you don't have the Fighting Irish in in Dublin, I don't know how many people are going to buy that. So
it was.
I'm not going to watch. I know who would watch though.
It's one of my favorite games to watch because Penn State and Notre Dame were the first ones to do it.
Yeah.
And to have Florida State, like, is the Seminole going to come out with a shillelagh and throw it into the ground instead of the spear?
Yeah, I don't know how
offensive than their logo. Research thing in high school about that. So
yeah, it's I'm interested. That it's gonna be cold.
So to the NCAA, we all give you a big old.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Oh yeah. All right.
Week zero trash.
Week zero trash.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Numbers are hard.
We can do better. Be better.
Be better. Do better. You are better. All right. That wraps up your Killing.
You're better for listening to this. Thank you very much.
Thank you for
wraps
coming
up
to our TED Talk.
Yeah. You're Killing Me, Smalls. That also wraps up this episode of Blow the Whistle. We covered a lot of college football today, and we are more than so excited.
Make sure to rate your jails.
For everyone, thank you to everyone that listened in and tuned in. I saw you tweaking over there on the Twitch and the YouTube. I'm talking about not you, not pointing at you, pointing at people. I was looking at the little eyeball thing.
Why are you blaming me, man?
No, I'm just saying. Shout out to the people that were tuning in. If you miss it, this will be podcasted tomorrow on all podcast platforms. I'm not going over them all. You
Quad Pod.
Yeah. You guys all have your own podcast platform to go to, so you know where they find us.
Exactly.
You can follow us on all of our social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Blow T Whistle 1, BLOWTWHISTLE1. Make sure send us comments, concerns, questions to our email at blowtwhistleradio@gmail.com.
We may listen to them. We may completely ignore them.
We may. I mean, throw some funny ones in there. We like some real crazy ones.
I like to laugh.
Yeah, I like to laugh.
I like to laugh.
Some of you guys are weird.
But with that being said, for myself, Tyler Buterbaugh,
No gimmicks, Nick Johnston.
David Double D Dykstra.
Andrew Pepe Valentin.
everyone stay positive, be positive, surround yourself with positivity, positive things.
This is your home for sports.
It's the best fans in the world.
No better team.
Sportstown, Chicago.